Hey guys, welcome back for another reaction. Today I'll be reacting to What to See in Dresden. A lot of you guys recommended Dresden, so I'm really curious what can I do there or what are the things that I could see in Dresden. I'm actually look it up and it looks really beautiful there and I might go there. So let's get into this.
We're here in Dresden, Germany for 2 days. Follow us along to see if 48 hours is enough time or if you could do it in less.
Right behind me here is the Frauenkirche, and it's probably the main thing to see in Dresden. You can actually go up to the top, which is something we're going to do, but an interesting fact about it is that it was completely destroyed during World War II, and the town actually rebuilt it. If you look at the stones, all the dark ones are actually the original stones that were there before it was destroyed. All the lighter colored ones are new, so there are actually about 3,800 of the original stones that are there today. It's really cool to see, and it's just incredible, especially in this square. How it just sticks out and towers over everything in Dresden. Now, let's go inside and head up to the top.
Oh my gosh. That's really cool. I like it.
So we struck out heading to the top of the Frauenkirche because we couldn't leave our stroller at the bottom. So good thing we're in Dresden for 2 days because we're gonna have to go back and get the view from the top. Obviously, if you've been following us for a long time, you know we're suckers for views, so that's something we're gonna have to do. But right now, just steps away from the Frauenkirche, we are at the Procession of Princes, which is the world's largest porcelain mural. Starts over here on this end at about the 12th century, and it's a whole wall of princes and royalty, and it goes all the way to the 20th century on the other end. So I'm super excited to check it out because it's definitely a unique, one-of-a-kind thing here.
Oh my god, it's so long.
We are here in the Zwinger, and as you can see, unfortunately, is completely under construction. Now the buildings are still intact and still look beautiful, but we can't really walk through. We're gonna do a little loop around and look at the buildings.
It's cool, I like it.
Okay, not gonna lie, this is a pretty big disappointment because we came here and it's under construction. So make sure to plan ahead whenever you're planning a trip, I guess. We didn't know this was gonna be under construction. That said, it's still beautiful to see. I mean, the buildings are pretty marvelous.
I'm sure.
I just wish that it wasn't hidden by all of this like construction and like rubbish down here.
Wait, is this place still under construction? That would be sad if like I go there and it's still they're still doing it. But I think it's still beautiful though. Maybe just in that area. It looks really picturesque though on the other side, so I'm sure I'm gonna love it. Like I'm sure there's a lot of other stuff to do or other cool places that I could see. So I'm really excited. And I think this video is old. I forgot to look.
So right now we're heading about 15 minutes outside of the center of Dresden to something that I found online that I thought looked truly unique. It's an old tobacco factory called Yendi's. I might not be saying it 100% correct, but it was built in 1909, and a lot of people actually confuse it for, believe it or not, a mosque. And it actually survived the bombing of Dresden, unlike most of the center. So it's a historic building that's definitely unique, and I really want to check it out because in looking at most other videos on YouTube about Dresden, as well as reading blogs about what to do here, really, it didn't pop up, so I'm really excited to check it out.
Oh, that's a big store.
So obviously we're not inside of the Indice tobacco factory there, and that's because we had our second disappointment of the day here in Dresden.
Factory.
We went up to the top, but the beer garden rooftop was actually closed. It was just kind of the interior restaurant. We decided not to go and just come back down. We wish we could have gone out on the terrace there on the beer garden and gotten a great view of the city, but we could only get it kind of from the window of the closed door. So maybe we'll head back tomorrow on our second day, but either way, it's a really cool building with a unique story and definitely unique architecture.
Yeah.
I can't say if it's worth going up to the top or not because we didn't really get a chance to see it, but if you have time in Dresden, it might be worth it. And if you've been up there, make sure to let us know in the comments because we're actually interested if it's worth going up to the top and getting a beer up there or not.
So we're back, day 2 in Dresden. We're gonna try to make it to the top of the Frauenkirche. We have no stroller today, so it should be a bit more successful.
So we were walking up the stairs to the top of the Frauenkirche now. It's 10 euros per person to get up, and I really hope the view's worth it. Because it is a little bit of a steep price, but that's okay, because like we said, we're suckers for views.
Bad, actually.
What Dresden looks like from above. So we just got down from the top of the Frauenkirche, and I would say it's absolutely worth it. It's incredible views over the city of Dresden and over the river.
Yeah,
You just
you can see
cannot
the
get those views
city.
anywhere else in the city, I can imagine. But going up was actually really cool. It's kind of hard to describe. You can see down into the church, and it transitions from kind of some boring stairs at the beginning to an awesome ramp where you can actually see way down into the church from
That's
above in the dome.
cool.
And then you continue and actually go above the dome and can see down into that top part, and then all the way down into the church itself. And then when you're at the very top, you can actually look all the way down through both of those sections down to the bottom. It's a bit hard to see, but it's a really cool view, and definitely I would say a unique church that we've gone to the top
I
of.
bet.
So right now we're going to explore a different side of Dresden across the river, Neustadt. And the first thing we're going to do is head to a Guinness World Record holder, and it might be a little bit of a surprise for you, but you're gonna have to wait to find out what it is.
I'm definitely gonna try to go inside that building. It looks super cool, and I could see the whole city. That's just so cool. And the price is not that bad to go inside, so why not give it a try, right? It's cool. Very pictures. I'll definitely take a lot of pictures.
So the place we are headed to is Funds Molkerei, and is the Guinness Book of World Records holder for the world's most beautiful milk shop.
Milk shop. Are those
Okay, so I have
cheese?
the buttermilk mixed with mango. It seems very thick. I actually haven't had like a regular glass of milk in years, so we'll see how this goes.
Me too.
Oh yeah, these are really thick. Kind of tastes just like plain yogurt with mango, but it's good. I don't think I'll drink the whole thing. Maybe I'll have to share it with Mike.
Oh. Solar Chora? Is it worth it to try that milk? Mango milk? It look interesting. I love milk. I love mango, so I bet it's good mixed together, right? If it tastes just like mango shake. Not mango shake. Milkshake? I don't know. Smoothie? Not smoothie. Oh my gosh, that's so stupid. But yeah, milkshake. Yeah, milkshake. It's yummy.
So we're just leaving Funds Molkerei here in Dresden, and I would say it was absolutely incredible. The tile work in there is stunning, and we're so happy some places like that did survive the bombing in Dresden in
It's
World
so
War II.
unique.
However, when we
Look at
first got
that.
there, we felt it was maybe a little bit more of an Instagram trap because there were so many people in there taking photos, and it was a little bit overwhelming. They basically took photos and left, but then once it cleared out, we really got a view of the shop without anyone in it, and that was totally worth it. So if you go in there and it's packed, just hang around for a little bit and it'll probably empty out. At least that was our experience. And right next
I'll
to
do
it,
that.
they also have another little cafe with a ton of local specialties. So if you're looking to check a couple things off your things to do in Dresden list in one place, make sure to stop at that cafe.
Yeah, that's the one thing that I hate when the place is very top rated and then you go there and there's a long line. I'll be like, oh, every goddamn time, it's so packed and the line is just so long. I'll be like, oh, I don't think if it's worth it waiting for an hour or two. Just crazy. That's what I hate when I like go to like theme park and then the line is just so long. I don't think it's worth waiting for an hour or two. That's why I always get Fast pass. If there's just a thing like that in like touristy places like cafe or other stuff, I'll definitely get it because I hate waiting in line. It's just a waste of time.
So next up, we're heading to the Kunsthof Passage, which is a little passageway that has a bunch of public art and I guess
Kunsthof?
art houses. We're not quite sure what to expect, but in everything we
Ah,
read about Dresden, this is something you should see. Overall, it was really
that's
cool to see,
interesting.
and it kind of just kept weaving back through all these houses. We would say that the most famous one is the Blue Building, and that's generally kind of all we thought it was, but there were so many more
Oh,
places. But
that's
one thing I guess
cool.
we're a little disappointed about is that it's not raining, because that Blue Building, when it rains, it's supposed to make music from all the gutters coming down. So on this whole trip in Germany, we
Yeah.
stopped in Leipzig, which you can check that video out right up here, as well as Dresden. One thing we've noticed about both Leipzig and Dresden, and it could be because it was former East Germany and just how the cities are set up, is that they don't have a ton of bicycling infrastructure. So there aren't a lot of bike lanes, and people just kind of ride on the sidewalk whenever. We really don't like it, especially compared to the bike infrastructure with all the bike lanes that are in Hanover, as well as a lot of other German cities we've seen.
So we're here outside of St. Martin Church. It's a Catholic church here in Dresden. And I'm not gonna lie,
Oh.
I found this on TikTok. It looks really cool from the outside, and it is open right now, so hopefully we can see what
It
the
is
inside looks like too.
cool. Oh. There's no people
So we
there.
just got out of St.
That's
Martin Church
nice.
behind me here, and it was a pretty beautiful church to go into. Usually we get a little churched out when we're visiting different cities in Europe, but this
Is it
one was free to go
free?
in. The outside is definitely a little bit
Okay.
more stunning than the inside, and it's a lot larger. You can only go in a small section of the church and see it, but it is free, and it's a beautiful day outside. So
Ah.
walking from the Kunsthof Passage up here and soaking in that German sun on the days when you can might be worth it while you're in Dresden, but it's definitely not something you have to
I'm
do
sure
when you're
it
here.
is.
However, it's a bit of a unique thing to do.
Just an optional, okay.
So now we're down closer to the river, and behind me here is the Golden Rider. It's a famous statue that marks the entrance to Neustadt, and it's of Augustus the Strong. I personally don't know a lot more about it, but just kind of that super
Is
gold
it real gold?
statue really sticks out, and it's something to see, especially when you cross the river and come to this side of Dresden.
That's just so cool. Like every time I see those like big statue and it's really, really shiny gold, sometimes I think if they're real gold. It's just so cool. This place is beautiful. I like it here. It's not very touristy. That's my kind of thing. I love going to places that is not very touristy. Oh
Behind me
my
here is the
gosh,
Augustus
that's
Bridge, which connects
beautiful.
Neustadt back to the city center behind me here. And we're gonna head across it in just a little bit, but it was kind of cool to come down by the river here and almost see it from below.
I'm
Now,
sure.
there has been a bridge here since the 12th century.
That's
However,
cool.
this is not the original bridge. It was rebuilt between 1907 and 1910. So we still love these historic bridges that come across rivers here in Europe. We've seen them in a few other cities. And while this isn't a fully pedestrian one because the tram goes across it, it's definitely something cool. And when you head over to Neustadt, I'm going to recommend going across it because it's probably better than the bridge we crossed before. But we'll find out once we go over it.
I wonder if this is better to go during the night at that place because it's gonna lit up, right? It's beautiful. I think that's the one I saw before. Just don't remember, but I think it is beautiful during the night. I'm sure.
So we were walking up to go across the Augustus Bridge, and we just happened to run into a beer garden. So why not stop and have a drink in the sun before heading back to the center of Dresden? So we're here at the
Interesting.
Augustus Beer Garden here in Dresden, and the sun is shining. It's a perfect day
That's
for a beer,
super
and I'm super excited
huge.
to try this Landskron Pilsner. But before I try this local beer, I want to say if you're liking content like this with some authentic local places to eat, great travel advice, mixed in with a little bit of history and culture, make sure to like and subscribe so you get notified of all our videos right away. And while you're here, make sure to check out some of the other ones. Now, let's try this beer. Prost. Ooh, that's delicious. It goes down smooth with just a tiny bit of that Pilsner hop taste. Not too much of a bite to it, but just a little bit, and great for a hot day to kick off spring here in Germany.
That's so interesting. Like, it's so interesting when I see these people drinking and then they would say, "Oh, it's so delicious." Like, how can you say it's delicious? Like, I am not like against those people who drinks, but it's just for me. I don't think they're delicious. You know. There's a comment that I saw in one of my video about Munich, and they said that there's alcohol that is non-alcoholic, or beer that is not alcoholic. Does does it still stays like beer or what? I definitely want to try it, but I don't know if I would like it. I'm not into beer anymore, so but I love soda. I love soda a lot.
Just
But I'm
delicious,
not
and I would say a must
drinking
try
anymore too.
when you're here in Dresden.
My gosh, he
So
finished
after that
it.
beer at the beer garden, we're walking
Right
across
away.
the Augustus Bridge back to the center of Dresden, and the views of the historic city center are spectacular. It's great to see, especially kind of at golden hour,
It's
right around sunset
nice.
here. I'd say it's definitely a must-do to walk back and forth across this bridge. It's not the most spectacular bridge we've ever seen in the world, but
I'll
it's
do
pretty
that.
cool, and you get great views of the city. So as we were walking across, we saw this famous wave here. I'm not really sure exactly what it is. I know it's from that famous painting. I'm not even sure why it's here in Dresden. If you know, let us know in the comments, because I'm genuinely curious.
Yeah, what is that?
So we just happened to be walking past on our way to dinner, and this side of the porcelain wall, the procession of princes, is stunning. We had no idea that this was here yesterday, but you can kind of come through these little walkways and see the other side. So we highly recommend doing it. It's not quite as beautiful as the other side, but it's definitely something cool to see, and just kind of taking a different street than the normal streets here in the center of Dresden.
It still look cool to me. That's cool.
One of our favorite parts here about the center of Dresden is just how absolutely astonishing it is. Everything's gorgeous, it's incredible, and it's so ornate and detailed and historic.
Wow.
So we're on our way to dinner, passing through the Dresden Altmarkt. It's actually home to the oldest Christmas market here in Europe. It started in 1484, but of course, it's spring right now, so it's not happening. And in fact, we actually haven't been to Dresden before, so we don't know what the Christmas market is like. If you've been to the Christmas market here before, make sure to let us know in the comments, because it's definitely kind of a bucket list Christmas market that we would like to go to sometime here in Germany. While you're here, make sure to check out this other playlist of Christmas markets that we have been to in Germany, so you can see what they're like and see if you want to visit when you're here. Now, let's go get some food.
Is that why it's not very busy in that video? Because it's spring? Is it gonna be super busy in summer or in fall or in winter? I wanna go there. It looks interesting. It looks cool.
So for dinner, we came to Vodka Brewery. I really wanted to try it because it's a local brewery here from Dresden, and they have all unfiltered beer. While they didn't have their monthly beer here on tap, because I think it's the end of the month and it was out, I went for their pills, so let's try it out.
Oh my gosh. His second
Oh,
beer.
that's really good. It actually has a little bit more of like a IPA, light IPA type hot bite to it.
He's still not
Much
drunk.
more so than at the beer garden. I really like it. Maybe I'll have to get another one of their beers here, because this was good. I'm excited for their food. We got a couple things coming, and it seems like a great dinner here in Dresden.
Oh, the potato looks good.
So we're coming up to the end of our 48 hours here in Dresden, and one thing we have to do is get a local dessert. So let's go see how it is.
Dessert. Now we're talking.
Without trying their famous dessert, the Eierschecke. It's a cake that has 3 layers. One is cake, the other one is a quark cheesecake, and the last one is custard. So I'm super excited to try it out here.
The 3 favorite
It's
things
pretty good. I really
along.
like that cheesecake mixed with kind of that thicker layer of cake that's not super
Oh,
sweet or anything, but it just has some nice rich flavors, and it doesn't taste too much like egg
that's
as you would
definitely
expect. But I'd
good.
recommend trying it out when you're here in Dresden. I thought it was really good. And now for the final question. Is it worth spending 48 hours in Dresden? Well, after being here for 48 hours, we're going to say that if you just want to see the center and kind of see those main things right there, you could probably do it in just a day trip. It's not really worth staying more. However, if you want to
Oh,
check out Neustadt and some of the other neighborhoods, it's definitely worth at least spending 2 days here, or at least a day, a night, and part of another day. So we would say 48 hours in Dresden is absolutely worth it. It might be pushing the max amount of time you'd want to spend here. So if you spend more, probably combine it with a quick day trip, because there are some pretty cool ones nearby here that we weren't able to do. While you're here, make sure to check out our other videos right here. We got a whole playlist of videos in
interesting.
Germany, as well as food tours. And I'm going to keep enjoying this cake. Bye.
That's definitely yummy. I can tell. It's all my favorite thing. Custard, um, cheesecake. Oh, I love cheesecake. I like all of those things. Yummy. But yeah, that was a really good video, and it really shows a lot of attraction. And I think Dresden is really cool. I might go there. There's a lot of people recommended it, and I can say that it's beautiful. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.